Scorpio, this is your 5 aspects of the self reading for September of 2021. Scorpio, September of 2021. Five of Pentacles for the spiritual aspect of yourself. Knight of Pentacles for the intellectual aspect of yourself. King of Cups in reverse for the physical aspect of yourself. Queen of Wands in reverse for the social aspect of yourself. Temperance for the emotional aspect of yourself. The Kitsune message for Scorpio, September of 2021. Tending the future. Black Moon message for Scorpio, September of 2021. Fifth house, creativity. Sacred Powers message, Scorpio, September 2021. Transformation. Five of Pentacles, financial or health difficulties, feeling left out or ostracized, worrying about your security, the chance to clear energy blockages. So spiritually, you're feeling like you kind of lost hope. For some reason, the pandemic is coming up and saying to you, like, is this never going to end kind of thing? Am I going to be locked up again like we were in the pandemic? We couldn't go outside, couldn't do anything. That it's, you're just not, it's a common theme for September so far for the readings I've done with Leo, Virgo, Libra, now you, Scorpio. I'm seeing a common theme of spiritually people are not, they're just not aligned spiritually. They're not feeling it. Their spirits are not, I don't know what's going to happen in September or what are the specifics and details exactly, but spiritually we are not feeling it. Now, those are only 4 of the 12 signs, but if the theme continues, I'm getting a little tense or worried about how humanity, and I feel like you feel the same way because you're Scorpio and you're Pluto. You see the deeper, darker sides of things. So spiritually, you're just like, hope is very limited or very small or just doesn't look good. Things are looking bleak spiritually. So I don't think you're thinking like that. I think it's a spiritual aspect, just a spiritual aspect, because I'm looking over here at your intellect and your emotional, your heart, and those cards look like they're just fine. It's the hope maybe or the spiritual aspect of our lives that are, you feel something's coming. I'm not sure, but we'll keep going. Knight of Pentacles is diligence and hard work, determination, steadfastness, building material security, safety, being pragmatic, expansion. So you intellectually understand that just sitting there dwelling on hopeless thoughts is not going to help anything. So you're just continuing your grind and getting your hustle on and working and doing what you got to do, and your mind is focused on planting seeds for the future, not giving up. Having this endless abundance that you're trying to get. You see, he's dropping it, planting seeds, right? Like Johnny Appleseed, he's got the horse. He's not going too fast, where he's just scattering it everywhere, not in a condensed, nice, bountiful area. He knows what he's doing. He's taking his time, accurately doing it, And that's how you are intellectually in September, Scorpio. King of Cups in reverse is Drama King, or withdrawn, not in touch with emotions, being triggered, temperamental, an opportunity to work with the subconscious mind and dive into self care. So with your physical aspect of yourself, it correlates with your focus on your future. You could be doing extra workouts or taking extra hikes, and because you're like, you never know when you cannot do it anymore for whatever reason. The world goes to a point where you can't do it, or money investments and diversity and or your home and preparing, being a prepper potentially for what may come. Scorpio, you feel it and you're acting on it, right? And you're physically saying, "Hey, I got, I got to prepare for something." Um, and your spirit, your mind, and your physical aspect is all correlating right here with Scorpio knows something's up. Queen of Wands in reverse is jealousy, being afraid to take a risk, not being totally honest with yourself. An optimal time to build your self confidence and to let go of what other people think, waning passions. And this is in the social aspect of yourself. So you're like, once again, it directly correlates. Like, I'm gonna do me. No offense. It's just me. It's not you. I have a feeling, and I'm not telling you what to feel. I've got to do what I got to do. This isn't harsh feelings. I'm not hating on anyone. I just, for some reason, I gotta focus. With your oracle cards, tending to the future, fifth house creativity, transformation. Um, I don't blame you, and I'm feeling similar to that. I agree. I'm not telling you not to do this. I don't think the reading's telling you not to be the way you are. You're not being tyrannical. You're not being authoritative. You're not being pushy. You're not fighting. It's not a conflict thing. This is just you got to do you, right? Temperance, all about alchemy, blending energies, harmony, moderation, masculine and feminine balance, duality, and amalgamation, the fluidity of time, meditation, the perpetual motion of life, natural neutrality, restraint, patience, purpose. So your heart is correlating with the rest of the message and saying, yeah, I got to balance me out. I got to focus on me. It's not a selfish thing. I'm prepared to incorporate others because, this is a balance of all things considered, right? Sun and the moon, understanding the deep insight, but also seeing the light, right? And the brightness, the angelic wings of flight, preparing. You might have a whole freaking system that can help a whole entire town for all we know, right? But you can't do that when people are like, "Hey, pay attention to this, pay attention to that, no, this, that, and you're like, "No, I gotta do what I feel is right. I gotta take care of it." So your heart's in the right place. You're not, like I said, it's not a hate, it's not a spite, it's not a problem. It's I am in alignment with the true higher self of myself, and the Five of Pentacles up there saying, "Hey, there's tending to the future, fifth house creativity, transformation. You know this message is better than I'm telling you. Tending the future. It's just time now, loved one, to tend to the future and to what will come, for there is a tender and vulnerable possibility, which is in the process of being nurtured into this next stage of its maturity. Find the way to protect this sweet, young, and lovely hope, and take care of it well, so well that it will come into life at a stage closer to you than you think possible. It is your job now to garner your own hopes, and allow the most fragile of beginnings to have enough of your care that it will make it through to the next stage. Prepare and plan, consider and contemplate, and do the hardest work yourself. The Kitsune who walk with you at this time urge you to become the very spirit of the green, and they will work with you, walk with you, and whisper to you all of the things that need to be done that only you can do. This tending of the future will make the present purposeful and fill it with devotion and richness, and the emotional qualities that you bring to this time of preparation will be the very feelings that bloom the brightest once this dream has flowered. So prune what must be reduced, clear the earth of weeds and enrich the soil. Change poor habits that steal time and energy from you with no reward. Make a promise to devote time to yourself and to learn and to finally see the seeds you plant erupt into green life. Searching for the sun, you will have success, friend, so say the Kitsune. But it will be due to the tending, the caring, the learning, the moments you give, the choices you make now. Here comes the future. Make this present moment feed the very best version of what will come to you. Fifth house, creativity. Every child is an artist. The problem is staying an artist when you grow up. Be happy. Give yourself the gift of happiness. If the zodiac had a fun house, it would be the fifth house. Pleasure, creativity, and children are all elements of this house. Being ingenious and in the limelight is another element. We find our childlike imaginations through storytelling and fantasy. Playing is very much what the fifth house is all about. That's why this part of the chart also rules over romance, especially the beginning stages. As children, our imaginations know no bounds and we indulge in creative performances. When as adults we dip into this field, we allow our minds and hearts to roam free and produce masterpieces. When the fifth house brings romance, we also enter into a kind of playfulness, a sensual joy that happens inside the playground of adulthood. This card turning up in a reading indicates that you have created or will begin to create something to be proud of, something that will bring others joy. It may have you on a stage or just an area where adults can let down their hair and become as children, responsive, joyful, and free. You can expect the completion of a project or the accomplishment of a significant goal for which there will be a celebration. You have put hard work into a project and will now see the results. Gifts, parties, gatherings, premieres, galas, or even a wedding may figure in. You could become involved in a school setting with children and mostly young adults. Since the fifth house is the natural house position for the sign Leo, someone close to you, a potential lover, a mate, or the two of you together will make a striking appearance. It's time to go out and be seen. This card may turn up during the time of a budding romance. Perhaps your current relationship will go through a positive transformation, or perhaps there is a new potential mate on the scene. The fifth house is also strongly tied to artistic expression, meaning art of every kind, from painting to drawing, to creating stage sets, costuming, writing stage and screenplays, making films, as well as music. If you're a parent, the fifth house stands for your children. It also stands for other offspring, such as grandchildren and sometimes even the friends of your children. This card turning up could indicate that a younger relative is about to be singled out for special acknowledgement. The Jupiter card appearing next to the fifth house card in a spread points towards to awards and rewards, while the Saturn card next to the fifth house could indicate depression or the slowing up of energy or the feeling of being stuck. If it were the Leo or Neptune card, it would designate creativity and abundance. The fifth house card is also about finding joy and creativity and self-expression, with the promise of a jubilant return to childhood. It can denote a carnival-like atmosphere where life becomes a three-ring circus, but usually in the best way possible. It is all about multitasking, taking on more than it is expected, and then making a spectacular success of it. This is the card of the mastery and victory in a deep way, such as that which you already carry inside your heart. All is possible now. The most important thing is to move forward. Transformation. Emotional freedom brings growth and positive change. The phoenix, much like the caterpillar, transforms into new life after experiencing the end of an earth cycle. Just as the phoenix rises from the ashes, what you have perceived to be negative outcome is actually filled with positivity. Now is the time for rebirth and rejuvenation. You have come so far on your journey and have reached the end of this cycle in your life. The sacred firebird is a conscious creator, choosing to accept inevitabilities and using them to produce positive experiences. Within each negative experience, such as a physical trauma and spiritual and emotional suffering, you have reached a precipice where new life is forming. Right now, the phoenix has returned to remind you to leave the baggage behind, to let go of the past and move forward. Use those negative experiences as motivation towards future goals and achievements. During this transformative process, you will emerge with confidence, strength, and direction. If you are currently experiencing hardship, emotional imbalances such as depression and melancholy, know that the hard times are almost over and a new life is on the horizon. If you're in a relationship, the Phoenix represents strong change, encouraging you to look within to find some self-confidence, independence, and mutual understanding with your significant other. This change represents the formation of a new relationship, including the relationship we have with ourselves. The energy of the Phoenix requests that we access our daily rituals and habits for their necessity. Are they serving us? Do we need to cut them away and release them? Just like the Phoenix, you will arise from the ashes stronger, powerful, and energized. An affirmation to say is, I am able to transform, conquer, and resolve past issues with strength, courage, and willpower. I choose to transform my life now. And that was your reading, Scorpio, for September. Thanks for watching. See you next month.